I was born and raised in Tucson. I went to a private Christian school for my entire grade school and high school. I got pregnant with my first daughter young. I was 18 when she was born, but then I went to business college after that and got a job at a title company, and that went on for approximately 15 years in title and escrow. And that's where I was first out of a job, totally with no prospects because no one was hiring. There are no regular hours when you're homeless. There is no routine. There is no good time to be doing anything. You have to be on your toes 24/7 the entire time you're homeless. You don't just wake up one day and you're homeless. You know, it's not that you're a drug addict. It's not that you're a drunk. It's not that you just don't care. It happens. You know, it's ugly and it happens. As adults, we look at homelessness in where we're embarrassed for allowing it to happen. What we don't see is how it affects kids and their perception of life. You know, she'll remember that time in her life when the bottom fell out more than it was there.
In 1966, my life changed dramatically when my father passed away unexpectedly. Unfortunately, my mother made some very bad choices following his death. She turned to alcohol, poor choices in men, and we ended up moving to Mexico. After probably 5 years, we moved to Tucson after spending a number of weeks living out of our car. But ultimately, we ran into some people from the Salvation Army. They took our family in. They not only provided us with sustenance, with food, with clothing, with help and encouragement. They really, they took us in as family. We had no money, we were poor, and in fact helped my mother. They worked with her to help her get a job. We were able to ultimately get a home, and instead of seeing all of the negative, we started seeing the positive.
David and Angie are just two of the thousands whose lives have been changed by the Salvation Army Hospitality House. The Hospitality House has provided emergency assistance and shelter to the homeless in Tucson since 1964. The house has been patched and repaired for many years, but unfortunately is now beyond repair. The expense of continual short-term fixes to a building that's falling apart can no longer be justified. The best thing to do, the right thing to do, is to rebuild. The Tucson Salvation Army Advisory Board focused on developing a structure that will better meet the needs of the Tucson community. All of the funds raised for the project will go directly to the cause. The estimated cost to rebuild the shelter is $7.5 million. The new hospitality house will be located in the same area of the original house, but not on the same site, so service will continue during construction. The physical space of the structure will be 34,000 square feet. Because of the limits with the current floor plan, single fathers with young children cannot be given shelter at the hospitality house, and they, along with others who have needs that can't be met with the current structure, are placed temporarily in hotels or referred elsewhere. In the new house, 2 apartments will provide temporary shelter for families. There's also an area to support the needs of homeless veterans.